Hi, my name is Kelly Cheatham. I'm a digital learning specialist for Fort Worth ISD. In this video tutorial, I'm going to talk about a new Google Jamboard update that allows you to set a custom background. The advantage to this is now we can lock things into the background that were previously able to be moved. And so as you're creating activities for your students, you might want to create something like a sorting activity where you want that background to be stationary and then other aspects of your jam to be movable. So there's a couple of different ways that we can kind of create that background. We can go ahead and create it in Jamboard itself, and then we'll actually save our frame as an image, and then we'll be able to insert it that way. Or we can also create in another program. So if you use Google Slides, we can go ahead and create that background in Slides or in something like Canva. Either way, we can go ahead and create that custom background. So I'm going to go through those steps and I'll show you how to then take that background, download it as an image, and then set it as your Jamboard background. So I've started a brand new clean jam here, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to start creating those aspects. So I'm going to create a sorting activity where students are sorting based on the first letter sound. And so I'm going to use some of my shapes in Jamboard. So I'm going to use my little squares, and I'm going to create 3 different categories. So there's my first one, and I'm just going to keep drawing in those rectangles here. So I can either continue drawing, or another little tip here, if I want that to be the same exact size, I'm just going to take my first one and I'm going to copy paste it. So now these are identical in size. And I'll do it one more time to get my third category. Now I do prefer to do this in Google Slides because Google Slides has the ability for you to kind of align things and make sure that they are lined up and centered. We don't have that feature in Jamboard, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'll get it as close as possible. I'm also going to change the color of each of these so that they're all different. Okay, so now I have my 3 sorting categories. I can come in and I can add some text. So this is for all words that start with the B sound. And again, I'm going to just copy paste that text box. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now that's all set up. I can even add other components to my slide. So if I want to give them a little hint, I could add an image of a word that starts with B. And I could continue that for D and P as well. I need a word that starts with P that a kindergartner would know. Pig, got it. We'll cut that part out of the video. Right? Okay, so I'll use a pig for P. Okay, so now that I have my background set up the way I want it, my next step is to come into the top right-hand corner. I'm going to find those 3 dots, and you'll notice we have the option to save this frame as an image. When I do that, it will download as a PNG file, so it's just going to hang out in my bottom left-hand corner. Okay, so at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and clear out my frame. So I'm going to use that clear frame button so I get my blank slate again. And now I'm going to go ahead and come up to that set background button. When I click on that, if the update has pushed to you, you'll notice that in addition to those preset backgrounds that we had previously, now we also have the option over here to add an image. And so this is that new feature. So when I click on this, I can either upload an image from my computer, I could take a picture with my camera, I could use an image that is found in a Google image search, or I can find something on my Google Drive. So I'm going to upload. And because I just downloaded this file, it's actually easiest to just click and drag from my bottom left-hand corner into that space with the cloud. Now, if that file was downloaded previously and it's no longer in your downloads bar, you can also find it by browsing your computer and then clicking on your downloads folder. All right, so I just uploaded that as my background, and now notice that none of those pieces of my sort are able to be changed or moved. So those are now locked into the background. And so my next step would be to create the pieces that I do want to be manipulated. So if I'm adding images of words that begin with each of these letter sounds, then I would add those in maybe in the gray space or in the margins. And then when it's time to conduct class, those are the pieces that my students are able to drag. So that's the newest Google Jamboard update. If you have any questions about setting a custom background, please reach out to your digital learning specialist.